Good morning students, I hope you all are good. Today we are going to discuss lesson 3, magnetism and magnetic effect of electric current. What is our lesson? Magnetism and magnetic effects of magnetic effects of electric current. What is our lesson? Magnetism and magnetic effects of electric current. In that lesson we have discussed number of topics, isn't it? Today we are going to discuss a new topic. What is our new topic? Lorentz force. Just I remember that in our first lesson we are studied Coulomb force, isn't it? Coulomb force acting in the electric field. But here Lorentz force acting in the magnetic field. If magnetic field is there, they produce Lorentz force. So how to study Lorentz force means definitely we need magnetic field. What we need? Magnetic field. Not only magnetic field and certain factors are also there. We will now going to discuss very detailedly. See, Lorentz force. Actually, Lorentz force is nothing but magnetic force. Magnetic Lorentz force. See here, when we are taken on a charge, either positive or negative charge. Consider a charge. What is the charge? Means Q. What here indicates charge? Q here positive charge. Consider a charge Q. We have to kept the charge. Consider the charge. Kept at rest in a uniform magnetic field or magnetic field. Uniform magnetic field. What is that first statement? We can assume or consider a charge. The charge is kept in a uniform or kept at rest in a uniform magnetic field. What that means? For example, this is the uniform magnetic field. See that cross symbol indicates uniform magnetic field. In that uniform magnetic field, I kept what I kept means charge. See that? This is the charge. Q is the charge. So what happened? The charge does not produce any force. That means charge does not give any force. Okay, one more question. So when the charge does not give any force, means the charge kept at rest in the uniform magnetic field. This is case 1. What is this? Case 1. If case 2, assume the same charge present or kept in the uniform magnetic field. Here the charge at rest. See that? What is that? The charge at rest. That's why the charge does not give any force. But here, what happens means, see here, the charge is not rest. It is uniform motion. Otherwise, it is a charge Q. It's not rest. That means it is not rest, it will be moving. So what happens means they experience the force. So the charge experiences the force. What is the force means? The force is called as magnetic force. The representative Fm. It is entirely different for Coulomb force. It is entirely different for Coulomb force. So suppose when the charge is kept not only in magnetic field B, suppose we have to keep in the electric field also. The charge is kept in the electric field. See this. This represents electric fields. So electric field. here B means magnetic field, E means electric field. What happened means they experience here the magnetic force are represented by F1 equal to in vector form Q V into B vector. What is E means velocity and B means magnetic field, Q charge, magnetic force. Suppose the charge is kept at the both electric and the magnetic field. What is that? Electric, E represent electric field. Then B represent magnetic field. Okay, don't get confusion. Magnetic field. So what happens means they experience same magnetic force. So see here, Fm equal to Q into E vector V into B. Q into E vector. What is that? Q into E vector. This is the when the charge is kept at the both electric and magnetic field. The equation is magnetic force equal to Q E vector into V vector into B vector. P vector into what is that? B vector. This is the magnetic. This force is called magnetic Lorentz force. Now we are not under the magnetic Lorentz force. This is the introduction. Here they will ask any one mark question. How they will ask? When the charge is kept at rest in the uniform magnetic field, what is the charge experience? What charge experience means? The charge does not experience or give any force. In case the charge is not rest, definitely they experience magnetic force. If the charge is kept both electric and magnetic field, they experience given the force, the magnetic force equal to Q E vector into V into B. Now we are going to discuss what is the magnetic Lorentz force. That means the question is write the special important 3-mark question. Special features of magnetic Lorentz force. What is that? Special features of magnetic Lorentz force. The 2-mark level, 3-mark level question. So special feature. What are the special features of magnetic Lorentz force? So when the electric charge Q is moving with velocity V into the magnetic field. So when the electric charge what is that? When the electric charge Q moving with the velocity V in the uniform magnetic field. Just now we discussed. What we discussed? When the electric charge move in the uniform magnetic field, they experience magnetic force. No. So here also, when the electric charge Q moving with the velocity V in the given uniform magnetic field, definitely they experience which one? Here they means that charge they experience magnetic force that represented by Fm. Force is the vector quantity. No. So after many experiments, Lorentz deduced the magnetic force. After many experiments, Lorentz deduced and gave that force experienced by moving charged magnetic field. So force experienced. When the force experienced, definitely charge moving in the magnetic field in vector form. After this, the Lorentz deduced, after many experiments, Lorentz deduced and gave the definition of magnetic Lorentz force. That means the charge move perpendicular or move in the uniform magnetic field. The magnetic force in the vector form is represented by actually magnetic force or magnetic Lorentz force Q V vector into B vector. This is in the what form? In vector form. In magnitude. Not in the magnitude. Fm, magnetic Lorentz force or magnetic force, BQV sin theta. This is equation number 1. In the magnitude of the magnetic force, magnitude of the what force? Magnetic force or magnetic Lorentz force. Magnetic force is given by the mathematical expression from BQV sin theta. This magnetic force, first point, this magnetic force. What is this? This magnetic force, this is the symbol of directly proportional. This magnetic force is directly proportional to the magnetic field. See that? Magnetic field B. So the magnetic force directly proportional to the magnetic field. Second point, the same magnetic force is directly proportional to the charge of the particle. Charge of the particle or electric charge. Third one, that means what is the charge here? Q. This magnetic field, that means magnetic force, is directly proportional to sine of the angle between sine angle. See the sine angle between velocity and magnetic field. Then fourth point, the magnetic force or magnetic Lorentz force is directly proportional to velocity of the particle. Is that velocity of the particle? If you want to change it right here, no need to write as it is in the equation. See, I written BQ, then I move third point is sin theta. If you want to write third point is velocity of the particle, then this is 2 mark question. Define Lorentz force means you can write this equation and explain this. And fifth point, the direction of Fm, that means magnetic Lorentz force, is perpendicular. This is the symbol of perpendicular to the velocity and magnetic field. See that? Velocity and magnetic field. I show the diagram also. How that see here, suppose I'll take the charge, negative charge. This is magnetic force and this is for magnetic field and this is for velocity v. So what is this angle? Theta. Suppose I take positive charge, see that? It is entirely different for, this is magnetic field, B vector, then velocity v. What is this? So, sixth point, what is that? Sixth point means the direction of Fm on negative charge. What is that? The direction of magnetic force is on the negative charge or negative charge opposite to the positive charge. See the diagram. Positive charge. The direction of magnetic force on negative charge is opposite to the what charge? Positive charge. See the diagram. This is negative charge. Negative symbol of negative charge. Short form. Positive charge. Positive charge. If you have any doubt up to 6th point, so in the magnitude of the magnetic force is written denoted by the equation Fm equal to BQ sin theta. That magnetic force directly proportional to magnetic field, directly proportional to charge of the particle, directly proportional to velocity of the particle, directly proportional to sine of the angle between velocity and magnetic field. Next, the magnetic force direction is perpendicular to the velocity of the magnetic field. Next, the direction of magnetic force on negative charge is opposite to the positive charge. 7th point, the velocity v B vector is along with the, what is that? Is along the velocity of the charge B vector of the charge Q along with the magnetic field. Along with the, what is that? Along with the magnetic field. What is the force? Magnetic Lorentz force means the magnetic Lorentz force represented by 0. That means force does not do any work. What is that? Force does not do any work. So the velocity v of the charge q, both of them, velocity of the particle charge q along with the magnetic field. Along with the magnetic field means, see that this is the magnetic field. These lines are represented by magnetic field. Charge q, that is also in the magnetic field, and velocity v also in the magnetic field direction. All are same direction. What is that force? The magnetic force is 0. This is the meaning of, what is that? Last final point meaning. Okay. If you have any doubt in this question, please ask. This is very easy question, and also number of times this question has less than 3 mark level. Okay, and they will give the equation problem also using this equation to find the solution. Okay. So when we are looking at the next question, just magnetic Lorentz force, you should remember always the equation F is equal to dqv sin theta, the ordinary form. In vector form means F is equal to, that means F vector equal to q into B vector. Next we are going to discuss motion of charged particle in a uniform magnetic field. Important 5 mark question. Motion of charged particle. What is that? Motion of charged particle. Motion of charged particle in a uniform. What is that? In a uniform magnetic field. In a uniform magnetic field. Important 5 mark, especially problem based, and created 1 mark question, difficult 1 mark question in this area only. Definitely in this question they will ask any one of the mark, maybe 1 mark, 2 mark, 3 mark, 5 mark. Mainly you focus, where is that means problem based questions. Created problems, created questions, all will come in this topic. Okay, what is our topic? Motion of charged particle in a uniform magnetic field. Motion of charged particle in a uniform magnetic field. Consider a particle of charge. Consider a, what is that? Charged particle of charge. We have to consider a charged, already the particle should be charged. Charged particle of charge, we are represented by plus q. Okay, now first statement, consider a charged particle of charge plus q. Second statement, m. What is m means? M is the mass of the particle. What is that? We are consider particle. No, that particle mass. M is the, we have to consider proton, the positive charge particle. No, the proton mass of the proton, and the m indicate mass of the proton. Next, the consider a charged particle of charge q, m is the mass of the particle. This thing, that particle enter into the region of uniform magnetic field. Where they enter? Uniform magnetic field. What is V means? Enter with certain velocity. What is V means? Velocity of the particle. So, how that uniform magnetic field means? This is perpendicular to the charge of the particle. See here, the perpendicular symbol. Actually, uniform magnetic field. This cross line indicates uniform magnetic field, but perpendicular to the plane of the paper. See here. So what that box indicates? See, B. Uniform magnetic field. How that is perpendicular to the plane of the paper. Now I kept the charge, positive charge in Q. So charge particle plus Q. M is the mass of the particle. That particle enter into the region of uniform magnetic field. Enter into the uniform magnetic field. How much speed they are entering, we don't know that. That's why V is the velocity of the particle. So just now we have discussed when the charged particle enter into the uniform magnetic field, they experience what they experience. Otherwise they give the result. What is the result? They give the result, or experience, or give that magnetic force. What is that? Give that magnetic force. The magnetic force is called, what is that? Magnetic Lorentz force. Here, see this force, here see. So velocity of the particle and magnetic field. Velocity and magnetic fields are perpendicular to the charge. So experience what force? Magnetic Lorentz force. This is the result. Due to the magnetic Lorentz force, what happens means the particle executes circular path. The particle executes here. How that means? Circular path. This is assumed they experience magnetic Lorentz force. Experience means definitely the particle, see the charged particle Q is perpendicular to the both velocity V and the magnetic field. What happened? They experience, just now we have discussed, they experience magnetic Lorentz force. F in the vector form, Q B vector into B vector. Am I correct? Just now we have discussed. Due to the magnetic Lorentz force, the particle executes circular path. Due to the magnetic Lorentz force, they move in the, here they means particle force, they move circular path. In magnitude, Fm equal to BQV sin theta. Theta is considered to be 90 because perpendicular. No. So Fm BQV sin 90. Trigonometric value of sin 90 1. So Fm equal to BQV, the magnetic force, magnetic Lorentz force, gives that equation number. This is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. Equation number 2, when the charged particle is moving or enter into the uniform magnetic field perpendicular to the velocity, what happened? They experience magnetic Lorentz force. Due to the magnetic Lorentz force, the particle executes circular path. If magnitude and vector form, the magnitude represent equation 1, vector form represent equation, magnitude represent equation 2 and vector form represent equation number 1. Due to the Lorentz force in the circular path, they are experience centripetal force. What is that? Centripetal force. In the lower classes, You studied centripetal force. What is centripetal force? Centripetal force represented by FC. We are centripetal force. mv square by r. Why centripetal force we are using? Means any particle can move in the circular path. They need definitely one force. That force is called as centripetal. If we move in the linear, need linear velocity, linear path. Definitely the particle should move in the circular path. They definitely need centripetal force. That's centripetal force. Equation number 3. See that equation number 2. From equation number 2 and 3. We can infer the left side force, magnetic force here, centripetal force. The right side we have to cancel that left side. Right side we can equate this. What will get VQV, left side, right side, mv square by r. Am I correct? So left side V and right side we cancel. So VQ is equal to rest of the factors VQ by r. Suppose we want to radius means mv by VQ. This is very important equation. Equation number 4. Equation number, what is that? 4. So R is equal to, what is that? mv by VQ. R. This equation we can write in the other form. P divided by VQ. What is here? P means how that P came? P equal to mv. Since, what is P? This is linear momentum. Linear momentum of the particle. Got it? What is that? Linear momentum of the particle. So, see that equation number 4 is evident. What is the evident? It is very important equation. Use that equation. They will ask 1 mark problems, 2 mark problem. Many times they ask a compulsory problem. Okay. So, please note it down. Equation number 4. In your book they are given different equations. So, you want to follow 3.56, 3. But I use that one by one. So, if you use like that, otherwise as it is in book, see that equation 4, equation number 4 indicates, what that indicates? Radius of the circular path is directly proportional to mass and velocity, isn't it? See, same radius is inversely proportional to, what is this? Is directly proportional. And this is what is that? Inversely proportional. Inversely proportional to the, what are that? Charge and magnetic field. Charge and magnetic field. So radius depends upon mass, velocity and charge, magnetic field. So we want to find how much time it will take to complete the one circle or one rotation. Use the time period to calculate time period. To calculate time period. How to calculate time period means use the formula T is equal to 2 pi r divided by b. What is that? 2 pi r divided by b. So equation number 5. Substitute equation 4 in, substitute equation number 4 in 5. What will get? See, T is equal to 2 pi. What is R? We got it R. What is R? mv by VQ. In the denominator already is there V. VQ. Denominator V. VQ into V. So VV cancel. Rest of the term T is equal to 2 pi m divided by VQ. This is very important equation. Consider equation number 6. Equation number 6, the time period equation. How much time it get to complete the one rotation or revolution? The charge particle executes circular motion or circular time period. So next, 2 pi m by VQ. How to find the frequency? To find the frequency. So frequency formula, frequency is equal to reciprocal time period. Substitute, consider equation number 7. Substitute equation 6 in equation 7. What will get? Frequency equal to 1 divided by 2 pi m by 2 pi m by b cube. If you rewrite, so numerator move in b cube, move in the numerator b cube divided by 2 pi m. Equation number 8. So any confusion to get the equation number 8? So frequency is defined as the reciprocal of time period. What is that? Frequency is the reciprocal of time period. Already we got time period equation. So next, angular frequency. Why we are getting angular frequency means because we are doing the circular. Omega equal to 2 pi of equation number 9. Substitute equation 8 in equation 9. We are getting angular frequency. Any doubt? Just get 1 by 1 equation, derive 1 by 1 and substitute the following equations. We are getting the time period, frequency and angular frequency. So what is that angular frequency? Omega equal to 2 pi. Instead of here what we operate? dq divided by 2 pi m, isn't it? So 2 pi cancel. So what is the rest of the dq by m? In that equation, omega equal to q by m into b. This equation number 10. This equation number 10 is known as the cyclotron frequency, called cyclotron frequency or gyro frequency. What is that? We will discuss next question. What is cyclotron? Separate 5-mark question. Cyclotron frequency or gyro frequency. What is that? Cyclotron frequency or gyro frequency. Now I will take certain equation. What are the equation? Means equation number 6, equation number 8, equation number 9 and equation number 9. See, I will write all the equation here. T equal to 2 pi m by dq, isn't it? Next equation, equation number 8. This is the equation. F is equal to bq by 2 pi m. Equation number 9. Omega equal to q m into dq, isn't it? Or equation number 10. Consider here equation 10. See that equation, the box. See here, the time period directly proportional to mass, inversely, that means depends upon charge and the magnetic field. Frequency depends upon charge, magnetic field, mass. Angular frequency depends on charge, magnetic field, mass. All depends. This equation depends. What are the mass of the particle, charge, then magnetic field, isn't it? But independent, important one more question. Independent of what? Independent of definitely velocity and radius. Important one more question. The charged particle does not depend upon the velocity and radius, but definitely depends upon mass, charge and magnetic field. Please note it down. This is the important repeated created one mark question. They will ask it differently. I will say next class how they will ask different way. So next, suppose the cases. Suppose the particle of charge Q move in the uniform magnetic field. What is that? See, I'll take uniform magnetic field. So, particle of charge Q. Where is that? That B represents that cross uniform magnetic perpendicular to the. The velocity is not perpendicular to the. What is that? Velocity. See that the condition. Velocity is not perpendicular to the magnetic field. Velocity of the particle not perpendicular to the magnetic field. What happened? The velocity of the particle, what is that? The velocity particle split into two components. When the velocity of the particle split into two components means definitely the velocity of the particle, see here I written, perpendicular to the velocity is not perpendicular to the magnetic field. That time see how the velocity of the particle split into two components. One is parallel component, another one is perpendicular component. Here see one parallel, second one perpendicular. Here parallel component of the magnetic field unchanged, but perpendicular component of the velocity particle changed with respect to the magnetic field. When the movement change at one shape they produce means it produces that the shape of the perpendicular component magnetic field particle is give that helix. See, this is the magnetic field. One of the component parallel that unchanged, but another component perpendicular to the magnetic field. The charge change with respect to the magnetic field. See here how the change means, like that they change. And what is the charge means? Here negative charge. What is negative charge? We know that. What is the negative charge? Negative charge is electron. Negative charge is what is that? Electron. In this we can't see in our ordinary eye, but we can use that cloud chamber. We can see that in the visible. If you use the cloud chamber, we want to find the movement of the negative charge, which is the helix. What is the same with one more question? Helix. Helix means it is the same. See that. It is in the cloud chamber we can see it is nothing but condensation. What is that? Underline that, condensation of water droplets. See, like that there appear the movement of the perpendicular condensation of in the cloud chamber. This is the cloud chamber. There is condensation. Condensation of water droplets. What is that? Condensation of water droplet. Very important question. Actually, last year they didn't give that this information, but this year they are given new book. In the new book they are given that how to find the movement position or way. We can easily possible to see. It is not possible to use the hard manner. We can use other instrument is called the cloud chamber. In the cloud chamber they shows condensation of water droplets. Okay, if you have any doubt in this question, I hope these equations are very important, isn't it? So you should remember always when you study that time, one step by step you write the equation and substitute and get that final equation and what are the dependent, what are the independent, what are the factors in the important equations are necessary, everything, and these things also you have to remember. Every question you will study and the time itself you will write, then only and check self-evaluation, getting clear idea and able to write in the examination. If you have any doubt, please contact me. Thank you.